you, but every day the urban man finds it harder and harder to have a coherent thought of his very own. Nothing elaborate, mind, just something I could write in a diary or a mail to a friend.
Every time I try, my thought seems to get crowded out by something I read in a self-help book, heard on late night, or laughed about in a blog. It gets lost in the angry words of a radio host, or drowned in the extremely clever lyrics of a really hot band. Maybe you have the same problem.
Now, the other morning, when I woke up, I'm pretty certain I was onto something. Really, I laid in bed for a while, trying to recall it like some half-remembered dream. It was something like, at this point in the man's life he should, or I should be approaching some new resolution now that, or maybe, well, I couldn't quite get a hold of it. When I got up, I tried to avoid the newspaper, because I knew if I looked at the headlines, I'd soon forget the whole effort. But I couldn't help myself. I mean, there was all that bold type. And sure enough, within 5 minutes, it became impossible to have, well, any coherent thought at all. Then I remembered that this problem has actually been going on for some time. Why, way back in 1845, Henry David Thoreau said that even his little town of Concord had become so crowded with hustle and news that he could no longer think clearly. So he went and built a little shack out by Walden Pond, where he intended to, quote, front only the essential facts and dig deep into the marrow of life. Thoreau made it 2 years by his quiet lake. Not bad for an urban man.
By now it's 7:20 and I'm driving my daughter to her fiercely expensive private school. I try not to use the radio, but hey, it's right there on the dashboard. I catch a snatch of Billy Joel, a Susone of Mendelssohn. On NPR, they're interviewing somebody who's apparently had a whole series of coherent thoughts. Meanwhile, my daughter's trying to tell me something about her history teacher. But I'm thinking, hey, what about that thought I almost had in bed this morning? Didn't it have something to do with middle age and unique possibilities? Wasn't there some image of hot air balloons? Didn't I picture the way they're tethered to the ground and then all at once? Unfortunately, just as my thought almost makes another shy appearance, I'm distracted by a serious left turn on a crowded boulevard. Pretty soon I'm thinking about stabilizing interest rates and inadequate port security, and sure enough, by 7:30, my poor half-thought thought has started to fade away.
Come 8 a.m., the urban man was firmly seated in his office chair, and all hope was lost. Still, I have to report that late that night, when I shut down my browser after the last shocking revelation of the news cycle and dragged myself into bed, I again experienced a nagging unease. I thought, surely I forgot something on my to-do list today. Surely some important thing has slipped my mind. But for the life of me, I couldn't remember what it might be.